Hey guys, Rexisol here, and welcome to Update Monday on the 16th of August 2021. It's been a long weekend for me. For a lot of people, I disappeared off the face of the earth, and for several people, I showed up in real life. And next weekend's going to be the same. How's everyone been? I hope everyone had a good week. My week was really, well, it finished off with a very large explosion of fun. What was it during the week, though? I worked my ass off at work, believe it or not, and this week looks like it's going to be basically the same thing. What happened? So last week, well, the World of Tanks update happened actually last week, so I've been playing a bunch of that. What else happened? Actually, because of that, I've not been playing any other games. That's actually fair. I played a bit of Euro Truck, as you do. And then on Saturday, I braved the outer world. I took a train, and when you take trains in the UK, you can expect that the train that you're going to be taking will be, at some point, replaced by a bus. Because the UK sucks. Now, the worst part of this is not, of course, that the train was replaced by a bus. No. The worst part of the British transport services, regardless of if it's train, coach, cycling or whatever, is when there are planned works. They don't tell anyone. Anywhere. And you have to do a deep dive to be like, what? This is a planned thing? It was dumb. Basically, I tried to get from where I am to Bristol. But Bristol's Temple Meads, which is the main Bristol station, is currently under works every Saturday since July up until the end of September. I booked my tickets, as you do a little bit of a search. Oh yeah, where I am, all the way over to Bristol Temple Meads. Yeah, not a problem. Switch train here, switch train there, done. Get there by 20 past 12. Okay. Saturday morning, email, notification. Oh, your journey's been interrupted. Sort it out yourself. Oh, okay. Great. That's what I wanted on a trip. You know, on the day that you start your trip. It's sort it out yourself. One of your trains doesn't exist. Look at it. I'm like, fuck my life. Okay. It looks like it's a bus replacement service. So in the end, it doesn't really change that much. But it didn't tell me that there was a bus replacement service. I had to search, and it was like, oh yeah, no, there is one. And obviously there is one because it's planned, because this has been going on since July. And then look around, do a bit more deep diving. Yeah, every Saturday since July, no trains are going to or from Bristol Temple Meads. And I'm like, why is this not, like, when you search for a ticket, why is that not already there? Why does it not say, by the way, this is going to be a bus replacement service? Or if you need to get to Bristol Temple Meads, look at alternatives. Fucking frustrating. Every other country in the EU that I've been to, caveat, has always been, oh yeah, shit, there's a delay here. You can go around this way. These are the alternatives, the alternative approaches, not, oh yeah, turns out that train that you booked like 4 weeks ago, yeah, we knew it wasn't going to exist that day, but we let you buy the tickets anyway. Whoops. Fucking hell. Anyway, that's the British transport system. I know everybody who's used it basically agrees with me, so I'm glad we had that out of the way. Regardless, when I arrived in Bristol, I then had a good time. I met my friend, long-time friend, known him for years, do some D&D with him now and then, and play some games. Went for lunch with him and his fam, and it was a really good lunch. It was my first pub for like a year and a half, which is insane. It was my first time in a restaurant since like 2020, I guess, February 2020, although that was like in France. I think it might have been one I might have gone in March, actually. Either way, it's been like over a year and a half. And I had my first pint as well in over a year and a half. It was good. Had a lot of fun. I shouted at someone because they didn't serve the cider that I wanted, and everyone knew it was a joke except her, apparently. She was like, "I'm sorry, we don't serve Thatchers." And I was like, "Oh, this is outrage!" And then she was like, "Oh, is local produce okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, that's fine, mate." Like, oh no, I can't have my beer. Ooh. Or my cider, actually. Anyway, moving swiftly on, and then went back to my mate's place, saw some Assassin's Creed Valhalla, basically just making jokes about the hilarity of it the entire time. We had so much fun. Just every single thing that showed up, we managed to make a very easy joke out of it. We had such a good time. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. Don't get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's basically the thing that like took away from that. It is bad. It's not a good game. Like, my mate described it to me when I asked him. It's like, yeah, what do you think of the game? He's like, it is the most 5 out of 10 game I've ever played. And I'm like, alright, there's nothing special about it, and there's nothing awful about it. And then when I came over to his, he was like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant there are some things they do incredibly well, like the atmosphere, like the visuals. Everything else is absolute hot garbage. And I'm like, oh, right, yes, the writing is shit. The voice acting is really shit. The visuals are good. The combat is shit. Yeah, so the historical accuracy, the historical place names and the phrasing they use is okay and stuff. Yeah, either way, don't get Valhalla. It's not worth it. Play Origins. It's much better. I might play Odyssey again at some point, because I played it and then I got really, like, there was a point where I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. But it wasn't because I didn't want to play it anymore. I was on a boat and I had to go to this place, and I think I died on the boat, and I was like, I hate boats, which is why I really don't like Black Flag. And I know a lot of people really like Black Flag, and I know this is why a lot of people like Odyssey, because it's very similar to Black Flag, minus cannons plus ballistas. I really don't like ship combat. I know, but it's going to shock a lot of people, I think. But yeah, those just really turned me off the game. Like, I liked running around and doing the things. I might reinstall Odyssey at some point. I've got lots of games to play already. I need to finish Brotherhood first before I even start thinking those things. Also, talking of games that randomly appear out of nowhere, I got an email last week. I think I've told this story already. I got an email from Amazon being like, concerning your pre-order. And I was like, what did I pre-order? I don't remember doing anything like that. Turns out I did pre-order something, and it's coming out on Friday. I've got the PS5 edition of the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut coming. So that'll be fun. We'll see what it's like. I've seen like a very brief amount. I think I saw the first 1 hour of gameplay, and it looked really good. And I know I've heard immensely good things about it, but like in terms of actual how it's played, I had never seen before. But it looks really, really good. It looks really atmospheric. So I'll install that and see if it's any good, and that'll be on Friday, which of course takes me to the Saturday where I'm going to get Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not going to be able to play it until probably the Sunday, because Saturday I'm going to Windsor, going to see the Queen. She invited me herself. She was like, dude, you're French and British? That's like half of what I am. Awkward. So she was like, yeah, do you want to... She invited me to a formal dinner, so we're going to go to a formal dinner. So that's what I'm doing on Saturday. Going to see the royal family. As everyone knows, I have deep ties with the royal family. As a French person, royalty is one of the great merits of my country. Nothing bad has ever happened to French royalty in its entire history. It was actually quite a shock when in the 1860s the French royalty decided to just cease existing. It was quite weird, actually. Probably got those dates wrong somewhere. It might be the 80s. I can't remember. It's the part of history I never learnt in school, because I went to a British school who don't really care about anything that isn't French, isn't British. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I kind of skipped over what I did on the weekend because I was talking about Valhalla and I went on a tangent. Going back to that, my brother picked me up on the Saturday and I went over to his. He's moved house. He lives in a seaside, I guess it is. It's a seaside town just outside of Bristol. And it was great. It looked like his flat is fucking massive. And as you do. He actually got a really good price for it as well. Not that he bought it, he is renting it, but like for what it is, it's a really good rent. And it's really big, and it's, I wouldn't say central in that town, but it's relatively small, so you can walk basically anywhere, which is nice. It was really, really, really nice. Yeah, we spent some time together. We went on a nighttime walk, and then on the Sunday, near his place there is a lake. So seaside. This is where the debates come in. He's on the Bristol. I describe geography. Basically, there's a big river that separates Wales and England near the south end, called the River Severn, which at one point eventually becomes a sea, but no one's actually knows where that is. So it is a sea/riverside town. But basically, they've constructed this pool where during extremely high tides it gets filled up by the river water, but then stops. But basically, there's a lake. It's called a lake. I personally would call it a pool, but whatever. So we went for a swim in the lake. It was really good fun. Really enjoy it. I fucking love swimming, and I hate the fact that I can't go swimming without it being just in a sea pool. It sucks. But yeah, it was really good fun. Then we had fish and chips. Well, we didn't. We had sausage and chips, but it's basically the same thing. And then that was it. And then I took the trains back, and I got home really late, and I missed movie night, but Tsunami did specifically ask me to give you a review of the movie, so I can say that it was really good. I think that the battles were really well filmed and choreographed. I think that considering the fact that they had to use authentic, the sea, because it was about Admiral Yi and the Korean War. Well, when Japan attempted to invade, well, they semi-successfully invaded and then got pushed out very quickly. The Korean peninsula. They use authentic like battle strategies and stuff, and I feel like they really did that justice to show the authentic Asian boats and naval warfare of the time, which is very, very, very different to how Western naval conquests were going in the same period, basically, which is always really interesting. I felt that the acting, whilst not the best acting, definitely not as good as Mongol, who I think had the better voice acting and things like, well, not voice acting, but like interactions. I felt that that this one lacked it a bit, but I think it made it up with the number of combat encounters that there were. That's my review of that. If no one knew that I'd not seen the movie. And then maybe that would be passable. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully, I should be able to make the next one because I'm actually in my house on next Sunday. So there we go. Right. Well, without being ado, there was some words that came out of my mouth that meant nothing, but everyone understood what I said. This is quite a long Update Monday. I hope you guys have a good week. I will chat and chitter with you during the week, and I will let you know next Monday how my time with the Queen goes on the Saturday.